It's your boy.
Welcome to the whole wide world.
Look, one off again. We do not rehearse, folks.
I went over.
Yeah, I think it was me that went over last time, though. So we'll let it slide. We're all even.
I feel like I always go over.
Maybe it's you then.
But it's not always my fault.
It's hard. I'm just trying to read. I'm trying to read your energy without even looking at you.
Yeah, I mean,
when two become one, when their souls intertwine and intermingle.
We're interconnected enough to where we could and should be able to do that.
All living creatures are actually part of one larger organism.
What's that?
Did you know that?
What's the organism?
The human consciousness as a whole.
Okay.
Quit stroking that mic.
Dude, I'm trying to turn it to... Okay, that's where it sounds good. That's where it sounds the best.
Is that the angle?
Yeah, not the angle per se, but when something's loose on the mic, for some reason...
You don't want it loose. You want it tight.
I need it
tight. Like a toy guy.
Like a toy. That's right.
All right, folks. Here we are again. A strange little Sunday afternoon pod. What a beautiful Sunday it is, by the way, folks. If you haven't been outside today, go back in time because you'll be listening to this on a day that it wasn't recorded. But you're going to want to go back to Sunday, November 24th. I don't really care what day it is anymore. I kind of stopped caring about that a while ago.
Okay.
And it's giving me peace.
That's what's up.
You don't really need to know. You need to know the day of the week, but you don't need to know the number on the calendar.
Well, it depends what you're doing.
That's true. It's actually super important sometimes. Right. But right now, not to me.
Yeah, for sure.
Not on a Sunday.
Not on a Sunday. Have you been outside today?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I took a walk. this morning.
Dude, I have not been outside today.
Walk around the block.
No, actually, no, I have been outside today. I lied. I went to go get the mail.
Why do you keep lying to me?
I don't know, dude. It's not on purpose.
Men are trash. Am I right, ladies?
I just forget.
I would never lie.
Ever?
I never have.
You know what? I don't think you've ever lied to me. I've never lied to you.
I may have by accident.
See?
I may have lied to protect you.
To protect me?
Yeah.
Tell me.
I can't tell you. I'm protecting you right now.
No.
I told you, you'd no longer be protected. I'm just trying to... Listen, I know you got a sensitive heart.
Is someone trying to kill me?
Maybe. If they did, I'd kill them first. I have no problem killing somebody if the situation calls for it.
I mean, yeah, if the situation calls for it.
Or if I'm really, really mad, then I might.
No.
Count to 10.
You're right, you know?
It's not worth it over the parking spot.
Yeah.
That is, no one should have a gun in their car. Listen, I like guns. Everybody in the country has a gun at this point.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, no one's coming to take your guns. I'm not trying to take your guns. Sure. Having a gun in your car can only lead to trouble.
Bad place.
The maddest I've ever been in my life is while I'm driving my car. And you know what I don't want within arm's reach?
A gun?
A fucking gun.
Yeah, I bet.
I know it sounds cool. It's like, okay, yeah, I mean, well, if somebody tries to carjack me, what are you going to do? You're going to pull it out of your...
You're going to shoot somebody because they tried to carjack you? You freaking
Just give them the car and get insurance that covers stolen vehicles.
You know...
Take the chance. They're probably not going to kill you. And you're not going to get them before they get you. They're a professional carjacker.
Do you know what movie I just watched earlier this week? I'll give you 3 guesses.
Hotel for Dogs?
Okay, wrong.
Can't be Gladiator because we were just talking about that.
Well, that doesn't count. I already saw that. We'll talk about that.
So I was right, though.
But that's
Say
not
I
what
was
I'm
right.
about. You're wrong. All right. That's
this pod's over.
All right. What's the other one? Go ahead.
All right. And this is while you're out of town.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a movie you would... Give me one hint.
Afterlife.
That's a big hint. Beetlejuice.
Nope.
Fuck.
I watched Ghost.
Oh, Ghost is fire.
For the first time.
It's so good.
For the first time.
Yeah.
For the first time. I was like, this is good.
Whoopi Goldberg channeling Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
That's as good as it gets, cinema-wise.
She let him at the end of the movie hop inside of her body.
Hop on in, Swayze. Yep. I mean, who amongst us wouldn't let him in? You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know he was dead.
He's dead as shit, dude.
Yeah, man.
Rest in peace.
Almost 20 years.
Probably my favorite actor of all time. I just love his vibe. Love his hair.
I could see that.
Tai Chi seems like a cool ass dude in real life too.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah,
I could see that. But that was a really good movie. I thought to myself, and I need to go back and like look at the scene. But you were just talking about carjackings. The guy was trying to get his wallet.
Yeah. Wait, are you talking about when he gets like smushed? in between the car and the
no. Like way before then, like when the guy at the beginning of the movie kills him.
Oh, like when he died. When he dies. Spoilers. Swayze dies.
Yes. Super. We're giving away all the spoilers.
The whole movie's about him being a sexy little ghost.
Yeah, for sure. But still go watch it because there's a lot of nuances that were not explained to you on the pod that you would like to see if you watch the movie. So you should go watch it. I'm recommending Ghost.
Watch Ghost.
Anyway, I need to go back and watch the scene, but I believe it was a situation where he was trying to get his wallet. We're not going to tell him why he was trying to get his wallet from him, but like just give up the wallet.
Yeah, give him the wallet.
If you just give up the wallet, give up the wallet.
The chance of you disarming somebody that already has an advantage over you is, I mean, even if you're a professional, very like if you see videos online of like combat specialists that are like you'll see a video of like somebody training to like defend against somebody attacking you with a knife. Mm-hmm. And then a professional will be like, no, there is no defense. Run.
Yeah. Or
if you try to stop them, they're just going to stab you a whole bunch of times.
For sure. Or like if someone's like mounting up to punch you in the face or reaching in their hand to grab their gun. Yeah. Your reaction time is way slower than their action time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you're trying to process what you
can't even process. They've already had, especially if it's like predetermined. Like if this is like a hit out on you or something like that.
If it's a hit, well then I'm attacking. Like, what is this scenario where a man you're looking at him and he's reaching into his jacket?
Well, let me not say a hit. But someone looks at you from 100 yards away and says, "I'm going to rob this person." You're at a disadvantage.
I'm already 100 yards away. They're not catching me.
I mean, listen. Okay, they're at 100 yards away.
All right, let's pretend that I'm not an elite athlete.
Yeah, let's just pretend
I'm a normal person.
But I'm not saying they're coming at you from 100 yards away. They see you from 100 yards away. They think about it, and then they decide to walk up on you from 100 yards away. You don't see them. You're just walking.
There's no way I wouldn't sense that.
Well, you're just on your morning walk.
Oh, I'm very agile.
Oh, you're alert? You're alert?
I'm analyzing. Ocular pat downs. When I see somebody coming on the other side of the road, 200 yards out, ocular pat down.
That movie came out.
Is there a bulge in the pocket?
That movie came out in 1990. So 3 years before you were birthed.
Correct.
Into this planet.
Coincidence? Doubt it.
So maybe if you were born 20 years earlier,
it could have been me in the movie. You would have been
17 years old and you could have helped Swayze.
I could have had Swayze's career.
I mean, you could have just helped him live.
In the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there would have been no movie.
But then we would never had Whoopi Goldberg channeling him spiritually.
She was on a legendary run at that point.
She was a beast. Still is. Is she? She's on a talk show.
Yeah,
she's on The View.
She's on The View.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. She's been doing it for so fucking long,
that's
dude.
A good
like 40 years.
That's literally just a podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a podcast.
Like
TV show.
Morning talk show.
Talk show.
You know,
talk show is a podcast.
Yeah, it is. You know what I used to watch all the time?
I'm gonna try this juice real quick. Hold on. Pause.
I made juice.
So I get here and Reed goes, "You mind if I juice?" I said, "Have at it. How about it?" And now I'm gonna try it. What's in it? Don't tell me. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
That's good as hell. All right. Significant amount of ginger.
Okay.
Apples.
Yep.
Oranges.
I mean, you literally saw me put this stuff in.
I'm going to be honest. I only saw you put apples in there.
Okay, got you.
Is there anything else in there besides those three?
No, that's all I have.
No cayenne?
No, okay. I don't do cayenne. Not cayenne. Not ginger. Cayenne and ginger.
Ginger's pretty spicy.
Yeah, just ginger. Yeah.
And that's good.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That's a hangover drink. Not that I'm hungover.
I didn't even drink.
I had a little bit last night. A little bit of mushrooms.
I haven't drank in a little while.
You didn't drink in LA?
No.
What?
Mm-mm.
Why not?
I was like mostly working when I was out there.
What are you, a girl or something?
There's some femininity in me, I'm sure.
Girls like to drink too, so.
Yeah, girls love to drink. I didn't have any marks.
Yeah, they're out of control.
When we love you.
Can't live with them, can't live without them. You know what I'm saying, brother?
On a serious note, though, I mean, I feel like, I mean, I've lived without, like, women. I guess I have not lived without women in my life, or else I wouldn't be alive. But, like, if I went on the rest of my life without having a partner or anything like that, I could survive.
You think so?
Yeah. However, like, if you have a good woman in your life or a good man in your life, we're talking about women right now.
Mm-hmm.
It, like, totally enhances your trajectory in this life.
I would agree.
You know what I mean? It's like you're like a little ball. You're a little ball in this universe, and the woman's a slingshot.
Oh shit!
And she slingshots you in the orbit way faster and way farther than you probably could have gotten without her.
Straight up.
Unless you go with a woman who's a ball and chain.
Fuck.
Then you would have
Listen, folks, you got
better.
Slingshots and you got balls and chains. Be very careful what shape you're choosing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Hopefully you choose a slingshot. Your life would be wonderful.
It is also possible that your own actions have created a ball and chain out of a slingshot.
Yeah, we're not talking about that stuff. We're talking about people who were born to be balls and chains, or people who were born to be slingshots.
Damn.
You know?
Imagine being born to be a goddamn ball and chain.
So what's that secret you never told me?
What secret?
The thing that you were protecting me from.
I'm not going to tell you because then it's not a secret no more.
Damn, that's crazy. We keep secrets now? I've never kept a secret.
Nah, dude. Bro, I'm not keeping a secret. I just know that I've probably lied to protect you as I have with all of my loved ones.
A superhero we have here.
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah. You know what's funny?
What?
One time I was I'm trying to remember the exact phrase that was said, but this was like years and years ago. I was out with some of my buddies. I don't know where the hell you were at, but you weren't here.
Could have been anywhere.
But we were out and like congregating, and we're getting ready to leave this place. Mm-hmm. And like I see like one of my exes like walk right past my face with another guy. Damn. And I was like, I was talking to this guy, and I was like, oh, that's my ex right there. I was like, okay, that's interesting. And then I turn around to like, and there's like three of my really good friends.
Yeah.
Best friends of mine. And I'm like, yo, did y'all see that? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, y'all saw this before I did? And then they were like, the less you know.
I mean, what do you say?
They're like, the less you know.
Yeah, they were just kind of like
trying to protect me.
It's also like you don't want to go out of your way and be like, oh, hey, your ex.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, it's not a big deal.
No, it's really
not. That's somebody from a past life.
Exactly, and it wasn't a big deal.
No,
but I said to say maybe you're just trying to protect me. I don't know what you're trying to protect me from.
I don't even know either.
I don't know if someone was trying to hurt me, but thank you for protecting me. That's what. Listen, this is what you need.
You're welcome.
Thanks. There it is.
You're welcome, bro.
There it is. That's what you need in life. You need people who are around, not for the sole purpose of protecting you, but if a situation comes around where you need protection, you have someone on your side.
Yeah, I mean, like, let's say I was trying to hook my buddy up with somebody else, like another girl that I know.
Okay.
And that girl was like, he's ugly. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to tell him she said that.
There's no way this was me.
Why would I say that?
There's no way this was me.
It's not you.
Yeah, I was about to say.
But it could be.
It could be.
Hey, listen, beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, it is. But
objective beauty only kind of exists. I think there are things that everybody could damn near 100% agree on.
For sure. I agree.
A beautiful water lily.
Yeah.
A beautiful water lily on a nice pond.
Mm-hmm.
Beauty.
Not for everybody.
Some people be like, fuck those.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Fuck bodies of water.
But like the clear blue sky.
Somebody's like, damn, wish it was red.
98% of people aren't going to say that that's ugly. That's like general beauty. You know what I mean? It might not be the most beautiful thing that someone has ever seen, but most people will agree that it's beautiful.
What's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen?
I mean, and I say that to say, I'm a clear blue sky. You know, not everybody's going to just love me, but I'm generally beautiful.
I like a cumulonimbus.
Anyways, what's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life?
Don't answer too quickly. Don't get yourself in trouble.
Yeah, I can't really say that this, but this is like the first thing that came to mind. I was in Laguna Beach. It was my last day there, and I mean, it's just like a super small place. It's like this, like it's smaller than the size of Chattanooga, I would say.
Laguna Beach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were like in the downtown area walking around, and we walked to go get some ice cream. And you know, you have those like those weird crystallizing moments where it's kind of just like, wow,
crystallizing.
Like I can't believe I'm here right now. Or wow, like what a day! Like what a day! Like this is wonderful, you know. And I had like vanilla ice cream in this cone,
plain vanilla.
That's my favorite.
I mean, it's a good baseline, but
it's general beauty.
Come on, put some caramel on that.
I had plain vanilla ice cream in this cone. I could see like the sun glistening off the ocean, and I wasn't even like on the beach. Like I was off the beach.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like around some buildings, and I was just like, I was like, what a fucking day! I was like, this is wonderful.
This beautiful ocean.
This is just, you know, you just kind of take a second. And I mean, that might not be the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. But yeah,
that's a hard question to answer.
I mean, it is. I also have a follow up to, not a follow up, but just like an add on.
Okay.
One of the most beautiful things that I've ever heard, and I'm not even joking with you, and this is not for views or for likes. This is just, I mean, all of what I would say is honest, but this is like very, very honest. That song, What Was I Made For by Billie Eilish.
I don't think I've heard it.
Have you ever seen?
Maybe I have.
Yeah, you have. Have you ever seen the Barbie movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you talking about the theme?
I don't know.
Like the Barbie theme?
Technically the theme.
I think it's like, if you had to choose a theme, that is like the Barbie theme.
I would say so.
Is that the most beautiful song you've ever heard?
Yeah, damn near. It made me cry.
I'm going to have to give it a listen. But
it made me cry. But like, I wasn't watching the Barbie movie and it made me cry in the Barbie movie. I was watching it outside of that.
Yeah.
And I cried. And I was like, bro, I swear to God, bro.
You said, damn, I'm Barbie.
I'm Barbie.
Which Barbie are you?
I mean, let's not go with the de facto black one, right? Let's try to use our minds.
You don't have
here.
to be the. You could be the Dr. Barbie. Surgeon Barbie. You'd be Ken, because you're a boy.
Ken's not Barbie.
Ken's a boy.
Ken's not Barbie.
But
Ken is Ken.
So you're okay. So you would rather identify as one of the female Barbies instead of the Ken.
In this scenario, yeah.
Okay, which one? What are they? There's like hundreds of options, aren't there?
There's unlimited options.
I didn't play with them. I never played with them as a kid, ever, no matter what.
You know what action figures I used to play with? And it's not going to be what you're going to think. And it's an action figure. Go ahead.
Transformers.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Action figures.
But who didn't play with Transformers? I think everybody did.
Me.
Really?
Fuck those.
Okay.
You know what I used to play with? Lincoln Logs. I used to build structures.
Oh, I liked Lincoln Logs a lot.
I like building things. Okay. I had those little green army men, and I would like set up. Like I would use like Lincoln Logs, and I would create.
That's like peanut butter and jelly, baby.
Like a fort, a military fort, and then I would set up an opposing force, and then I would play out this entire scenario in my head. I'd like flank them and shit.
Yeah.
I was like 4 years old, just reading Machiavelli and learning the art of war.
For sure. The toy that I play with a lot. I play with
Fleshlight.
I play with GI Joes, but that's not what I'm talking about.
I almost said GI Joe, and then I was like, "There's no fucking way this guy was playing with GI Joes."
No, my brother liked GI Joe. I play with Max Steel. You ever heard of Max Steel?
I've heard of that, but I actually don't know what it is at all. Is that the stretchy guy?
Max Steel. No. I play with Max
What's
Steel.
the one that it's just like a stretchy thing, and you stretch the fuck out of it?
I'm about to Google.
You like can't break it.
I'm about to Google Max Steel for you. He was basically
Max Steel sounds like a male porn star.
He does.
That's got to be a porn name.
He wasn't though. Not to the best of my knowledge.
It cracks me up when British people say porn.
How do they say it?
Porn.
I've never.
There's this guy I follow that every now and then it'll be like, "Stop watching porn.
That's hilarious.
It's not good for your brains, young lads."
I mean, he's right. But I mean, we're not here to judge. We don't judge people in this part.
Do whatever you want. I don't fucking give a shit.
I mean, as long as it's not affecting anybody else.
Even if it is
adverse.
Every action has an equal and opposite reaction.
Is this really what this guy looked like? Yeah, I guess it is.
You were playing with a little porn star doll.
look at him. Look at him.
Wow, that's a sexy little doll you were playing with. Wow, look at the 8-pack on this cat. Oh my god, you can take his pants off and everything.
No.
So what are you doing with this little guy? Reed's unlocking suppressed memories right now. This is huge.
Man,
yeah,
I was fighting him against other guys.
But he always won, right? Because he was your favorite. You'd be like,
yeah,
you'd be
sure.
like, all right,
I'd
how's
like
this
fight him against
I
fight him against GI Joes.
Yeah, I mean, GI Joes can't take a guy like that. And he could do anything.
He could GI Joes could just go to war. This guy could go to war. He could skateboard.
Oh, he could skateboard.
It was a whole everything. He could do everything.
He's too jacked to be a skateboarder. You gotta be skinny, skinny.
Man. You do have to be. Yeah.
I'm too tall to be a skateboarder. Most skateboarders are fucking
Tony Hawk
5'5".
Tony Hawk is
he's
6'4".
like the only. Is he 6'4"?
Yeah, he's 6'4", dude.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
You know
he's the greatest skateboarder.
You know what I'm doing? Putting limitations on myself that I shouldn't. I should start skateboarding.
Why not?
No. I don't want to. Breaking bones as an adult is really embarrassing, and I'm not going to do it. Also, you don't heal right once you turn a certain age.
What do you think that age is?
I think it depends on your genetics and how well you take care of your body.
Okay.
But you definitely I'm pretty sure you're getting healthier, stronger. And then there's a point where now you're going downhill for the most part. And you got to do more work if you want to maintain, which is what I'm trying to do. One good habit a year. Stay the same age forever. Or I get older and wiser, but I look the same. My body works the same. And hopefully I'll have a bigger budget for different physical therapy treatments, experimental treatments.
Like LeBron, yes. Spending $1 million a year.
I mean, that's first of all, that's literally no money at all for him. And secondly, of course he is.
How much money for him is that an equivalent, would you say, for the average person?
$5.
$5. Yeah. Oh, I'll say 50.
It is an amount of money that if you didn't tell him it was gone, he would not know that it was gone. Maybe 20. I mean, the guy's got what? Fucking $700 million?
He's a billionaire.
Is he a billionaire?
Mm-hmm.
Got to be. And if he's not now, he will be. He's only going to make more money after. He's the most marketable dude ever.
Yeah,
super smart, cool, nice. No scandals that we know of. He could be really good at hiding them. But I kind of doubt it.
Cause I feel like people try to make up scandals for him.
They do. But I've never heard any legitimate stories about him creeping or anything.
Yeah,
which is crazy because he's the biggest basketball star damn near ever besides Michael Jordan.
And has been since he was 16.
Yeah.
Which is really crazy.
And he's been with the same lady, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Since high school?
Since high school, yeah.
That's real as fuck.
Well, yeah, it is real as fuck.
Goals.
No, honestly. What was I going to say to you?
You tell me, dog.
Oh. You do a really good job of generally following all sports.
Everything.
So
just the basics, none of the details.
Yeah, none of the details. Yeah. So I don't know if this might be a deep cut for you. This guy is new. Have you ever heard of Jared McCain?
No.
So he's a rookie this year, right? And
Jared.
And he plays for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Okay.
So, I mean, shout out to his parents. Shout out to him, obviously, for doing the work. But I'm going to tell you why I say this.
Let's
right?
hear it.
He is the It's almost is he a computer that someone made to be the most marketable person ever?
Is he just a charming little bastard or what?
It's that plus more. First off,
I've never heard of him. It can't be that good.
He's a smiling. How do I say this? And I'm not trying to say this in any sort of bad way because nothing that I'm going to say is a bad thing. But this is just what it is. He's beige, so that's that's
mixed,
light skin. Yeah.
Okay.
Mixed. And that's in.
He's right? in between all of the races, exactly. So that everybody can relate.
So everybody can relate. That's one.
Boom.
Has a great smile.
Great smile. Huge. Gotta have it.
He has a huge TikTok following. As
a coach, I would have a problem with that.
Millions, right?
Yeah. Is he dancing on there?
Dancing on there.
I'm sick of that.
No, but
men shouldn't dance alone ever for any reason.
He dances alone, dude.
Don't trust him.
And it's marketable as fuck. And here's the thing.
Why's everybody gonna dance now? Everybody famous is just dancing online.
Well, he's of that age. He's Gen Z. He's Gen Z. That dude's 19.
Yeah, true. He's a child.
Yeah, he paints his nails and stuff like that too, which is super progressive.
Wow.
So in sports, especially a sport like basketball, football, baseball, I'm assuming that's okay, what the fuck are you doing?
NBA is a little more you can express yourself. Baseball, no. If you're painting your nails, everybody in the dugout's gonna be like, oh.
NBA is like that too. NBA is like that too.
I guess, yeah, there's a lot of homophobia probably in the NBA.
It's very much like that. Yeah. However, though, this dude plays hard as shit. And people thought...
So he gained the respect.
Yes.
He's like, check me, bitch.
And I'll
paint my nails and I'll elbow your ass.
And he's nice. He's good.
Cool.
He went to Duke last year.
Why have I not heard of this guy?
Which is the most marketable college you could go to.
For sure. Everybody loves Duke.
Connections to Nike, connections to Team USA, connections to... everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Connections to the NBA.
Sure.
And then he gets drafted in the first round, and not a lottery pick, but right outside the lottery, which means you're really fucking good. And then he gets drafted to the Sixers, which is like a tough team to fucking play for.
Yeah.
Like playing for any Philly sports team.
Philly fans will eat you alive if you don't win the championship.
Those Philly fans.
I'm going to be honest. People from Philly, they're pieces of shit. I'm just kidding, Pat. I'm just kidding, Josh.
I'm just kidding, Nick.
I'm just kidding, guys. You guys are so cool and good, nice, very well behaved.
But
that's why they got to grease the fucking telephone poles when you guys win anything or lose anything.
So you can't take them down.
And so they can't climb them.
Yeah. But listen, though. So, like, you would think that this guy is, like, getting himself into, like, the worst situations possible.
Yeah.
But he continues to keep thriving.
He continues to not get got.
And
he's not having any babies with Instagram thoughts.
No.
That's a big one. They prey on the 19-year-olds.
None of that. And, like, this guy has, like, won the hearts so far of the Philly fans. Like, he's like
and he's won your heart, it appears.
No, seriously. He's like the most like consistent player on the Sixers, on a Sixers team.
Is he a guard? He sounds like he's a guard. Yep.
He's a guard.
Couldn't be a forward, no way.
No, I mean, could be.
Forwards are not the most marketable.
LeBron James is a forward.
But
that's an anomaly. That's an anomaly.
LeBron's he's whatever you want him to be.
But guards are probably the most marketable.
Forwards are always just odd.
Well, it kind of depends. Like,
I feel like guys that are over 7 feet tall have a life experience that nobody else can relate to.
For sure.
Because it's just people treat you weird. And I feel like you end up being a little maybe like introverted or a little quieter.
Yeah,
it
depends on what kind of forward you're talking about. Anyways,
Ilgauskas.
He was a center.
That's a forward.
That's a center.
It's a type of forward.
It's just a center.
Listen, in my head, forwards, centers. All right, I'm talking about centers then.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Bobans.
Yeah, okay, that's different. That's different. But anyways, this dude is like, he's like leading all rookies in scoring, everything. Like, this dude is fucking killing it. You should Google him at some point. He's definitely he's a great thing for the NBA because he's so marketable.
We love marketable athletes, don't we?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We'd love to sign one.
I mean, that's part of the selling point.
We should sponsor somebody. Who is the worst player in the NBA? Who is the dead last worst goddamn player in the NBA? You probably don't even know who it is.
No, I don't know.
It's going to be like a 12-man on like the last place team. We're going to sponsor them.
Okay. Okay.
Our name is going to be on.
Why can't we?
We can't. I mean, we could reach out.
We could.
Like, listen.
We're starting a podcast, dude. But
listen, we got 11 eps, and we are willing to sponsor you. And it looks like you might need it soon.
He'll go back and listen to episode 11 and get offended and feel like he's too good to be sponsored by our pod. When in actuality, maybe he's not.
Hey, stay humble, bro.
You know what other movie I saw?
No.
This weekend?
No, I don't. Gladiator?
Yeah, you do, because we talked about it before the pod. Dude, I went and saw Gladiator 2. If I'm giving like my most humble opinion or
don't
rating,
juice it up too much now,
or rating of this movie, I would say I'm giving it a very, very fair 10 out of 10.
I haven't seen the movie, but I hardcore disagree. There's no way
you gotta go see it, bro.
A 10 out of even the first one's not a 10 out of 10.
The first one's great.
First one is an 8.5 out of 10.
The first one's a 9 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it 8.5. That's pretty close. That's pretty close.
There's only one scene that didn't make it a 12 out of 10 for me. I was like,
it can't be a 12. You know what? Here's something I'm going to address right now.
Go ahead.
You can't give 110% effort. You own 100 is the maximum. That's the maximum that your body could physically handle. When a coach is like, that guy gives 110%. Listen, I know what he's saying, but that's stupid as fuck. Sure. You only have 100 to give. You don't have extra. Yes, you don't know how far you can take your body, but that means usually you're just at 90. And then if you were to get past the spot you thought you could get to, but you went past it, now you're at 100.
Can I ask you
and
a
if you
questions?
go past that, that means you weren't at 100 before. You were at 95.
Can I ask you a couple questions?
Yes. Shoot.
Have you ever been offered extra credit on the paper?
Yes.
Have you ever gotten 102? Or have you ever gotten higher than 100 on?
That's not what we're talking about.
I'm just answering it. Just answer the question.
I'm talking about when we're talking about physical or rating
you
things.
To answer the question. How's that happened?
Have I ever gotten extra credit?
Have you ever got over 100 on a test or paper?
No.
You're lying.
Nope. 100 as high as it goes. But that's not what I'm talking about. That's different. And you know it. You can get, okay, listen, if we're talking numbers, statistics, then obviously, like, let's say This year we sold $100,000. Next year we sold 210. Yes, that would be plus more than 100 increase. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like if you're rating things, 10 is perfect. 10 is there literally could not have been anything to make it better whatsoever. And if there's anything you can think of that would have made it better, it's not a 10. It's a 9.
Let me ask you a couple more questions.
You can't go past it.
Have you ever been at work and got a performance incentive bonus?
No.
Oh, interesting.
I got a Christmas bonus.
Interesting. Have you ever...
I get commission.
Have you ever overshot your quota? Like you're...
Once again, you're going back to numbers. You're just going back to numbers. I'm talking about rating things.
These are numbers.
But what I'm saying is, let's say rated on a scale of 1 to 10, you say 12, that renders the entire scale completely useless.
I completely understand. But I didn't make these rules. I was born
you only got 100%
after the time that people were giving people 102s on tests.
Listen, here's all I'll say. As a grown man, if I hear a coach tell my kid to go 110%, I'm going to pull him to the side. I'm going to say, listen, that's impossible.
Okay. I hear you.
And he is going to cut my son or daughter.
I'm just saying, I don't make the
whatever
rules.
I end up with.
Possible. 10 out of 10 is the fair rating.
All right, we'll give it a 10. I'm going to watch it, and
you're going to watch it, and because I've hyped it up so much, you're going to come back and give it like a 9.5.
I'm going to be honest.
Okay.
But I am going to go out on a limb and say that I'm not going to think it's a 10.
I also saw it in the IMAX theater, and I feel like that makes a difference.
That does make a difference.
Like
when the mood you're in when you watch a movie, where you watch it, who you watch it with, plays a huge part in if you actually like. That's why like some movies where you're like, I love that. That's one of my favorite movies. Mm-hmm. Maybe you were just like with somebody you really liked hanging out with, and you felt really good, and you were just in a good mood that day. So you actually just remember it way better than it was.
Well, to be honest with you, I'll give you like the position that I was in.
Okay.
I bought the tickets a few days before, and I could only get tickets to the 10:30 p.m. show, which is late as fuck.
Yeah,
it's late as fuck.
Is it popping that much,
dude? It's popping
out at those movie theaters. I mean, you were in
that much, and that was
in the City of Lights.
That was also I was in Los Angeles at the time, and that was also the same day that Wicked came out too. Yeah. So you saw all these people with all these Wicked like witch hats,
freaking nerds,
and they were giving them away at the theater.
Yeah,
and then you also seen people with like Gladiator thumbs up, like whatever, like foam,
also nerds,
whatever the fuck, right? They're giving away at the theater. Yeah. I didn't get one. I don't know how I didn't.
You didn't get one?
Oh no. Anyway, so it's 10:30 at fucking night, right?
That's late.
And I could only
late. That's 12:30 Central Time.
I got the tickets on a Wednesday. This was a Friday.
Yeah.
That we went to go get see the movie
in IMAX.
Sheesh. And like, I got the best seats that I could possibly get with the seats that were available, which is fairly close to the screen.
You don't want to be.
No, you don't want to.
You were like right up on it.
No, I wasn't right up.
Did you fuck up? You got a little too close, didn't you?
No, I got a little too close.
Yeah.
But I didn't fuck up though. That was the best seats that were available.
Oh, that were
all
available.
The other seats were taken.
Yeah, I watched a movie in the front row before.
No,
it's absolutely fucked that they even sell us tickets because I was literally like this, and it's so big you can't even see the left. You got to like pan back and forth.
If we were one row ahead, then it would have been fucked.
Yeah.
And
so you were just far enough back.
Yeah, and my girlfriend already has like eye problems a little bit. Not eye problems, but she wears glasses and shit. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Nerd.
So, I know, right? That's what I said. Anyways, so that's the situation, right? It's 10:30 at fucking nights, which is late as fuck. You know what I mean? For a movie to start.
Yeah, I would say so.
We're pretty fucking close to the screen. And the movie is packed out, dude.
Yeah.
Like no fucking seats available. And everybody's locked in.
And this is why movie people get mad, and it does make me mad as well, that everybody just makes sequels and remakes now. There are no new big movies. Like every movie that gets any kind of budget is because they know people are going to buy tickets because it's Gladiator 2, or they've just remade like one of the biggest movies from 30 years ago.
Was Wicked already a movie?
Wicked has been one of the most successful musicals in Broadway history.
Okay, but
if not the first time it's a movie, though, right? I think so. I mean, it's loosely based on like Wizard of Oz and shit. So gotcha. I mean,
I'm not trying to take your knees up from under you. I'm just asking.
No, you're not taking my knees. No, my knees are. I'm good.
What about Joker?
Joker.
Yeah.
I mean, Joker was the sequel to the first Batman. Are you talking about Joker the character?
No,
the movie Joker.
The movie Joker.
Yeah, and then they made. I mean, that was a new. But see, I mean, that's not original either. People are dumb. Middle America wants the same shit over and over again.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know why. I don't really understand it. I want new stuff only. I don't want to watch the same movie over and over again.
Go watch an A24 movie.
Avengers.
That's how you're gonna get your new shit.
How many Avengers movies they made?
Dude,
almost all of them are fucking dog shit.
Can't even follow.
Nobody can. You'd have to watch a movie every day.
Honestly,
there's like 200 of them.
It's too many.
And there's still Red One, a movie with Dwayne The Rock Johnson, as some kind of superhero and Santa and some kind of bullshit going on. It's the number one movie in America, I'm pretty sure right now.
No, it's not.
All the review Gladiator is now.
Gladiator and Wicked. Gladiator and
Wicked might be bigger than Gladiator.
That's it, like damn near, dude. Like
people love musicals, and I will say I don't like them. Why are you singing a song? I just want to see where the story goes. I don't need you to take a break and give me a 5-minute song and dance. I think it kind of depends
on how well it's done. Because I'm not a fan of musicals, but I've seen musicals that I was a fan of.
I saw Aladdin on Broadway, and that was sick.
I saw The Lion King.
But I would have preferred less singing.
I saw The Lion King. It wasn't on Broadway, but it was theater musical.
Yeah.
Which was good.
Pretty good. I just like it. Yeah. They start singing, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. I just didn't like tons of people grew up. They love that shit. Like, as a kid, I would like cringe. Like, that was like my OG. Like, I would just be like, ugh. I think it was because my family was not very expressive. Well, no singing, no dancing, really. I mean, my dad will just randomly like dance, like he would try to embarrass us and shit, and he would sing it. My dad would. So my dad has a very normal voice. Like it's not deep, it's not high, normal voice. But in church, he would sing like this.
Oh, he was a tenor,
like "Ubi Caritas," like deep as hell. And I remember the first time I heard him do it, I just looked. I was like 5, and I was like, "What the fuck? What is that voice you just put on?"
Was he in the choir?
No.
Oh, he'd just be like next to you singing.
Yeah. They're just singing these fucking Latin songs and shit. Dude, have you been to Catholic church?
This is like the 8th time you've asked me.
You haven't, have you?
No, once. I went to once.
It sucks.
It was
long.
I
can say that because I went to Catholic church every fucking Sunday for like, I don't know, 16 fucking years.
Every Sunday?
Yes, every Sunday. We go to the 8:30 mass.
Let me ask you this. What if you had a baseball championship game?
Oh, no. I was skipping church for that.
Okay.
Yeah, my parents weren't crazy.
My mom was
they were crazy.
My mom was a little crazy. Like if I had like a especially like when I was younger, I could have the champion because it would be championship Sunday. That's what it is. Like I've worked.
Baseball championships are always on Sunday. Yeah, like travel ball and shit.
That's what it is for basketball. Sometimes Saturday, but mostly Sunday. Like I like the tournament starts on Friday.
And your mom would make you miss tournament games?
Swear, bro.
When your mom needs to come on the pod, I'm gonna flame her ass. I'm a griller.
It just came down to a time where my dad was like, "You're not gonna keep on having to miss these important like moments. This is important for its future."
The argument you should have made is God gave me these gifts, Mom, and man, God wants to see
think that far.
God wants to see these gifts play out, and you're suppressing God's will.
I was still, man, I wish I could have like come up with that. If you had
said that?
Yeah.
At 8 years old, 10 years old?
She probably would have let me go.
She would have been like, by George, son, you might have a point.
By George, he's got it. I was still in my begging and whining phase at that point.
Please, I want to play basketball.
Exactly.
That's what I would do.
Let me go, please.
Yeah. My mom liked to play this fucked up game where I would I would need to go to practice. And every fucking time I needed to go to practice, I would come upstairs, have all my shit on, and we would need to leave within like the next 5 minutes, and my mom would be like,
so fucked.
"I'm doing chores right now."
Oh man, that sucks.
She'd be like she like all of a sudden would have just started doing the dishes. She's like, "I'm not finished doing the dishes," and I'd be like, "You goddamn bitch! I'm gonna fucking."
That sucks. That would have given me an ulcer.
I'm gonna slap you silly, Mom.
That would have given me an ulcer.
Yeah, and then I got a car, and I turned 16, and I was like, "Fuck you! I can do what I want."
Yeah, there it is.
And you know what's crazy?
What's that?
I didn't have a curfew before I got a car. Like, when I was 15, I'd ride around with the boys till like 3 a.m. doing fucked up shit. And then as soon as I got a car, my mom was like, and she would only do it when she was like mad at me. She'd be like, "You need to be home by 11." And I'd be like, I don't know about that. Me and the boys have a lot to talk about at Sonic tonight.
Oh, shout out to Sonic, dude.
Shout out Sonic, the meeting spot of all small towns in America.
What used to be open till like 2 a.m.? What's a 2 a.m.
Back in
spot?
the day. Now it closes at like fucking 9,
yeah, but
dude.
I mean, back in the day.
Bro, what happened to 24/7? Like,
yeah,
I feel like Wendy's was 24/7. McDonald's was for sure 24/7.
Yeah,
Walmart was 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
Did it just, I guess, I mean, honestly, it makes sense that they stopped doing all that because there was no way that was feasible economically for them. Paying those workers to be in there for 9 hours while like almost no one is coming to get food.
Well,
if it's on the weekend, that's different. But
yeah, on the weekend, I think it's different. I think
who's going to Wendy's at 2 on a Wednesday in a small town?
I think it should have been like you know how some restaurants close for 2 hours in the middle of the afternoon for like shift change.
Always
and
Asian
like
restaurants.
Yeah,
don't know why.
Yeah,
but yeah, they do
that. But they're open much later than a lot of other restaurants.
Yeah, sometimes
because
they took that time.
Yeah. I think that would be not in the middle of the afternoon.
To decompress.
Not in the middle of the afternoon for those establishments. Taco Bell used to be fucking... they used to have a shift change at like... They used to be open till 2, then 3 and 4. They would be closed, and they'd be open back up at 5.
Is this true?
Yeah, it is.
Taco Bell is my least favorite restaurant in America.
The summer of 2016... was the summer of 2016? Or 17. I think it was 17. Something like that. I used to, like, that entire summer, I did not pay for Taco Bell one time.
Because your boy worked there or what?
Knew 2 women that worked there.
Ladies.
Different shifts.
Hey, boo. You know who it is? It's Reed.
Different
Please
shifts.
hook me up with some grade D meat tacos made of hooves.
Type shit.
Made of hooves and weird little... ankles and shit.
And like,
you was eating ankles, dog.
I'd be like, you know my voice. You know it's 3 Doritos Locos Tacos in the bag.
Yuck! Yuck!
And a Crunchwrap Supreme.
Okay, Crunchwrap is the only thing that's worth the shit on the menu.
And the half Sprite, half lemonade.
No Baja Blast?
Nope.
For a real one?
Out the window in 5 minutes.
Can a corked up white boy please get a Baja Blast for free?
Feel me?
Yeah.
So what?
Goddamn, bro. Yeah, Taco Bell. I don't fuck with it. I can't eat it. Even when I'm fucked up, I knew I hated Taco Bell because we would get drunk and people would be like, "Oh, Taco Bell." I'd be like, you know what?
That's
fuck
what.
it.
That's
yeah,
how
fuck
they.
it.
Yeah,
and I would
that's how
go,
it was.
and then I would eat. And even in my drunken stupor, absolutely starving, I was like, "This is trash. I hate it."
But Taco Bell is Taco Bell is
bullshit.
Yeah, but you don't want the cheese in the sour cream.
They don't get it right. They
Here's
choose
the thing,
what
though.
goes on your shit.
Taco Bell is one of those establishments, kind of like an Applebee's.
Mm-hmm. Applebee's,
where
best restaurant in America.
Well,
I'm just
it
kidding.
depends on the one that you go to.
Yeah, that's just like a running joke I've been doing for 15 years. Is I always choose Applebee's.
But if you go to Applebee's, like certain Applebee's are better than other Applebee's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some are a 1, some are a 2 out of 10.
No, some are like
but they do all have $1 LITs, and you can get fucked up.
There used to be Applebee's like connected to your local mall, and TGI Fridays connected to your local mall.
I've never seen Applebee's at a mall. That's some that's some San Diego ass shit right there.
I mean, it really was.
We wasn't doing that out here. We had
no in Murfreesboro at Stones River. They had.
I don't go to the borough.
They had a TGI Fridays right there, brother.
That's no man's land.
Right there.
I'm pretty sure TGI Fridays just went out of business too.
Yeah, they did.
But they're bringing Red Lobster back by trying to appeal to Gen Z because they hired a 30-year-old CEO that is now running the entire operation.
Shout out to him.
Shout out that guy. That's pretty sick.
You need to get him on the pod.
I like seeing a young guy. Yeah. So we're here today with the CEO of Red Lobster. Tell me.
How'd you do it?
How many shrimp can you eat in one sitting?
It's not unlimited anymore.
Not anymore. They lost multiple millions.
All right, what you got for us?
All right, look at this. I mean, I got a lot of shit on here.
Pages. Have pages with no spaces.
That's just how it emailed to me. I can't use my phone no more because my phone is recording our beautiful faces.
Guys? All right, go ahead.
Have you heard about the 4B movement?
The what?
The 4B movement.
Like B as in boy?
Yes.
B as in Bradford?
B as in Bravo.
No.
4B movement.
No.
I stopped seeing it was whenever everybody found out the news that Donald Trump was going to be our 45th, 46th, 47th
47th.
I don't really care. But he became president, and obviously one of the big talking points these days is reproductive rights and women's rights and stuff, which obviously is very important.
Yeah.
But I like where their heads are at. So a lot of women were I think this movement was actually started in some country that had a lot of other fucked up shit going on, but it's basically saying we're not going to let men smash raw dog anymore until things change in this country. No more letting these fellas smash until I get my rights back, which in theory is a great idea because women actually do secretly run the world. I don't think they understand just how much power they have. Yeah. Because men are willing to throw away their entire lives.
Oh, yeah.
When they're a little bit horny. Yeah, like literally that's men were made much inferior to women emotionally and mentally.
Yeah.
All right. So women are smarter. Women can control their emotions better. They're better at processing stuff. They don't have testosterone clouding their judgment and making them angry. If you hate women, just say it, dude. Don't make that face.
I'm not.
All right,
no,
listen.
I don't.
I'm an ally. Me personally, I'm an ally.
I'm an ally.
I'm an ally to women, and this is a safe space for women to execute on the 4B movement because I'm taken. So.
Yeah, me too. Execute as much as you want.
But yeah, I mean, they're basically saying no pussy till we get our rights. But they're not actually gonna do it.
I mean, because we're all human. But I mean, like, in theory, yeah, that's a great idea. But like,
hasn't affected me lately.
Has not affected me.
My fiance is not an ally.
No, I haven't heard of that.
We're engaged.
That's what's up. You and your fiance are engaged.
It's not a sin. It's not a sin.
You and your fiance.
Listen,
are engaged,
it's a borderline sin at worst.
I don't even know what to say to that. I thought I had something to say.
Listen, if your rights were infringed upon, would you stop slinging dick? That sounds like a lose-lose. Now I got no rights and no pussy. I had to whisper it.
Yeah, but that's how guys think.
I got no pussy because I ain't got no rights.
Yeah.
Hell no, we won't go. Bro, I'd last 3 days, bro. I could do 5 days, maybe. In the right time of the month.
I could be a camel if I needed to be.
I don't even know what you mean by that.
Like a sexual camel.
Are you saying you're keeping sex in your hump?
No. I could hold on.
Like a camel doesn't have to drink water because it's got a hump full of water.
Exactly.
You're saying you got a hump full of sex.
Sure. In theory.
I'm good for the next 8 months, actually. I'm stocked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the camel's sitting there drinking like 10 gallons. You're saying you're having sex 40 times in 1 week and you're good for a little while. I'm good.
No.
Man, I'm full up.
No. I don't know. That's not what I'm saying.
So tell me more about how you're a camel.
That's not what I'm saying, actually. You know, I actually got that reference from Seinfeld. It made a whole lot more sense until you just broke it down.
We're on. I'm on season 6. Great show. You know what I was...
You're watching it chronologically?
Yeah. I always start from the beginning. I have shows that I'll just throw on, but I like to... If it's a show I like to wait 10 years, forget everything that happened, start it from the beginning, go all the way back to it.
Yeah. That's fun for me. It is a show that you generally would not need to watch chronologically.
No, but it does help a little bit because you just get to know the characters, you know where they're at. Like mostly, the episodes relate to each other, but they make it on purpose so that you don't need to know what happened on the last episode or whatever.
Yeah.
But something I was thinking about, because Darby's show, she just throws on as Friends. Yeah, which I will say, I was a Friends hater. I think I talked about that on the show. I used to hate Friends because I would just watch it here and there. Mm-hmm. If you actually start from the beginning and go through it, great little feel-good show. Good show to watch while you're eating. Good show to watch while you're sick.
Darby could be. What's her name?
Courtney Cox.
Courtney Cox's little sister.
They have similar vibes.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
Very put together.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But what I was going to say, the theme song for Friends, maybe one of the most famous theme songs of all time.
I'll be there for you.
I'll be there for you because you're there for me too.
Because you're there for me too.
Let's break that down for a second.
How'd that sound? Make you feel something?
That was good. No, that wasn't good. That was great. So they're all saying, no. Very best, I'm going to give it a 9.
All right.
They're saying that they're only going to be there for you because you're there for me too. So they're saying if you weren't there for me, I wouldn't be there for you either. Okay. So this is a selfish interaction. We're not even real friends at all. You're only there for me because I'm there for you. And if I were to falter, you would rescind your love for me, and you would no longer be there for me at all.
The great Steve Lacy once said,
if he doesn't drop that album, I'm going to freak out.
I don't know what album you're talking about, dude.
He's in creativity mode. You can tell by the way he's posting on Instagram, for sure. And he's going to drop something.
He once said, if you have to stunt your shining for your lover, dump that fucker. He once said that.
It's a pretty abstract rhythm there.
And I mean, that was by me, not by him. He does not have abstract rhythm.
Remix.
His rhythm is
I was talking more about the rhyme scheme. Okay, I don't know if we're doing an A, B, C.
I mean,
A,
I can sing it for you.
D.
But
later.
Yeah.
Outro.
But what I'm saying though, I don't think that's that fucked up. Like, I'll be there for you because you're there for me too.
Because you're there for me too.
I don't think that's fucked up.
I think it is.
I think that's like, you know what?
I think it's ingenuous.
You give me love.
Disingenuous.
The love that you give me, I'm going to multiply it.
It's not how I operate. I don't give love because I'm getting love. I give love because that's what I want to do. And that's what I feel in my heart. I'm not doing it to get something from you.
Sure.
If you spend your whole life only doing good things because, okay, let's say you're religious. If you're only doing good things because you're like, this is going to make God love me. Bad.
Yeah,
you're doing it for the wrong reasons.
That's not how that works.
And if you're doing good things only because you're scared of karma, and you're like, okay, well, if I do something bad will happen to me.
Not how that works either.
Do I think that is benefiting the world? Sure, a little bit. But I don't think it's making a case for your soul itself, the value
I think that's like, I don't know. I mean, I think it's more so, I mean, it's benefiting the world more than someone who's out here doing bad shit.
No, that's
but
what I'm saying.
Don't think that it's
because most people
necessarily
are horrible.
I don't know if I believe that either. But
I do.
You think that most people are horrible?
I think people are.
See, I think most people are good.
I think most people are bad. I think most people are mostly bad. I think they lack discipline. I think that most people are very selfish, which is not really their fault. We're all selfish because we kind of have to be. Once again, we're animals. We're super advanced animals. Yeah. But the number one key is survival. And I would say the number two key is comfort. And everybody is pursuing both of those and are pretty much willing to do whatever it takes to get either of them, except work really hard.
But I think it really depends on the environment then, right?
I'm not saying there's not good people, and everybody has good and bad, probably.
Well, here's what I'm saying though, right?
Except
like
for a few.
just to your point, we're saying that like people will do just about anything to make sure that they have those needs that are met.
To make sure they survive,
right? However, right, if you're not put in a fucked up situation, if you're in like a pretty decent situation, you don't have to do whatever to ensure that you and the people that you love survive. But if you're put in a very fucked up position, regardless if it's at the beginning of your life, the middle, or the end, or throughout your life, then you're probably in positions where you might have to do fucked up shit to survive.
I feel like we're talking about two different things.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I really don't think so.
No,
I mean, you're talking about how you think people are inherently bad. I believe that I think people are inherently good. I think that it's probably situational. But regardless of it being situational, I still don't think that people are inherently bad. I think that maybe you might do bad shit because you're in a bad situation, but I don't know if that makes you a bad person.
I don't think anybody's 100% a bad person. And I will say this is also a very controversial topic that when I start talking about this, people just immediately are like, no, fuck you.
I'm not saying fuck you.
No, what I'm about to say, though. Okay, you haven't even heard it yet. All right. So let's take the people that have done the worst things you could possibly think of, like murderers, rapists, kidnappers, doing like the most demented acts you could possibly imagine. For the most part, all of those people didn't just get born, have a happy life, live in a suburban neighborhood, have friends and stuff. They were like abused like a motherfucker as a kid. Their whole brain was snapped. Their shit is all fucked up. And yet, I mean, do I think they should be walking around the street? Absolutely not. But what I'm saying is, we should be able to reserve judgment and look at the entire situation of like, why are there people that want to do that in the first place? And usually it's just kind of an endless cycle of like, they were abused. They were abused by a person who was abused by a person who was abused by a person. And at the end of the day, is it really their fault? I mean, now we're getting into like, do you even have free will? You do, but you also are kind of a victim of where you came up, how much money your parents had, where you live, what country you're in. I mean, you could have a bunch of lucky things happen to you, a bunch of unlucky things happen to you. And I mean, it's up to you to react and then go down whatever path you're going to go down. But at the same time, like, why am I innately curious? I didn't choose that.
Sure.
Like the fact that I am willing to go out and like meet new people and talk to new people, experience strange things that I'm not comfortable with when other people are not really comfortable with that. I didn't choose that.
Mm-hmm.
I came out that way. So a lot to think about there.
Well, maybe, I mean, yeah, sure. Maybe, I mean, innately, maybe you are, I mean, you are that way. You are curious. Yeah. You do want to go out and experience different things, learn about different people, all these different, you know, but you could have that feeling and decide to not act upon it at all.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, why would I choose to act on it and other people choose not to act on it? Did I choose that?
Yes, you literally did.
Or is my brain chemistry arranged in a way that makes it easier for me?
You can also change your brain chemistry by changing your habits
with ayahuasca.
You can.
But you also have to know how to change your habits.
Yeah, it's part of knowledge. That's part of knowledge too, right?
This is an endless.
Or you can accidentally fall into that. You can be like, you know, I'm tired of being a piece of shit, so let me change the way that I think.
I have done that before.
Yes.
I've done that multiple times in my life where I was like, okay, that one thing I was doing, absolutely fucking not worth it.
So you made that decision.
Yeah.
So I think that's like the difference between good and bad. You could have two people doing bad shit.
It's usually easier to do the bad shit.
It's easier to do the bad shit, but then you chose to do the thing that's hard to do.
Yeah.
And I think that's what... Oh! We're good. We're good, people. We're good. Sure. We're good. The pod got a little heated.
All right, we're good.
And he almost flipped the entire computer over because he hated what I was saying.
I'll freaking throw it out the window. I swear to God, bro. Damn, that was some pretty deep shit we're getting into right there. No, that's something I think about a lot. I'm sure there's an actual like chain of philosophy that's been written about that is exactly what we're discussing right now, which is like why have you become the person you've become? Is it like what makes me more disciplined than somebody else and somebody else more disciplined than me? A lot of it is genetics and how you were raised and just your environment around you and things that were not necessarily in your control whatsoever.
I'll give you an example here. I'll give you a very short example. Give me a minute and a half.
Lay it on me.
Boom, put me on the timer. Okay. You and another kid decide to go out to baseball together.
Yes.
Exact same skill set, same height, same everything, right? It becomes time for you all you go through practice, and then it's time for you all to start conditioning, right?
Mm-hmm.
You decide to be like, okay, I'm going to go and do the conditioning because the coach told me so.
Yeah.
And this kid's like, nah, fuck that. I'm not going to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go back to practice the next day, same thing. So this kid automatically lacks some level of discipline.
Yeah.
Right? You decide to go along with it.
Mm-hmm.
Life goes on. Whatever happens, whatever trivial or whatever thing happens that requires for you to have discipline, you decide to use whatever resources that you had from doing the conditioning in your little baseball practice into this area of life. Life comes across and beats him over the head, and he goes and tries to blame someone else for it. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand exactly what you're saying.
And then the pattern goes on. Some would say, well, tell me why Kilgore decided to do the conditioning and this kid didn't decide to do conditioning.
That's exactly what I'm asking.
And there could be a situation where it's like, you know what? This kid was just pampered to at home.
Yeah.
And maybe you weren't.
That's what I'm saying.
Or
that wasn't his fault though.
Or it was, I mean, you still have the decision. You have the decision.
I mean, I'm not suggesting that everybody, I feel like too many people do give into that and be like, well, I was born dumb.
Right.
So honestly, dumb people are the ones that are killing it because they just don't even think at all. They're just like, fuck it. I'm just going to start this business and never look back and do it for 50 years and I'm going to be happy. Smart people are sitting around thinking about everything that's wrong and everything that's right and overanalyzing and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think it's you. I mean, every day you have a choice.
You have a choice.
The choices you are making are determined over the course of your life by intangible situations you've experienced.
Or it's kind of like the butterfly effect.
I mean, it's that too.
You could have a conversation with somebody, and the next day you completely change your life.
Yeah,
for
pretty
better,
rare, but it definitely happens.
For the worse.
Yeah,
I mean, it could be something that small. You just literally don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I still believe that you have the choice, and I believe that some people choose to be bad, and some people choose to be good,
and most people choose both.
I mean, yeah.
Most people are kind of 50-50.
I feel like there's a little bit of everything. Yeah. But I still do believe that, in general, you're made up of more good than you are the bad.
Maybe.
That's how I feel.
I think you're probably right. I think there's a very small percentage of the population that has gotten to a point where they're straight up just like, I only do bad shit.
Yeah.
Which is just like, why? Why don't you just do better stuff? What? Stop being bad. Stop it. Bad. But it's so fun being bad sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Also, though,
temptation.
I feel like in some point in the future, like it'll just be mandatory that everyone's brain is studied.
You have to be good.
Everyone's brain is studied after they die.
I mean, they're doing it right now for anybody that's spectacular or spectacularly horrible.
Yeah, or they choose to.
Yeah, because I guess you can donate your brain to science. You have to, though. They can't just be scooping brains out of the grave. Yeah, they're going to get in big trouble. They get in big trouble.
They would get in big trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you going to do with your brain after you die?
Throw me in the trash.
That's what I'm saying.
When I die,
why not give it away?
Throw me in the trash.
So why not give it away?
I don't want them studying me.
Yeah.
Hey, they're never going to find another like me.
That was cold.
Deadass.
We're out on time.
Don't worry about it.
No, I want to know.
Where do you think we're at?
108.
No, we're at like 58.
Okay.
Is this going slowly for you?
No.
You don't even like me.
No, I love you, actually.
Like me? Hey, love you too. Fist bump number 2. We'll get a third one in.
Jealousy is love and hate at the same time.
That's true. Yeah, you want what they got, which is always funny because, like, I mean, there are people that I'm just like jealous from a distance, like certain aspects of their life. I'm like, damn, I wish I had that piece, but I don't like hate them about it. Yeah. And honestly, when I see meet somebody in person that I'm jealous of, or like I think is popping, or like popping more than me, or doing something interesting, like if anything, I want to like befriend them and kind of pick their brain a little bit and see what's going on.
Yeah.
So I don't really understand a lot of people see people that they're threatened by and immediately just like act like they hate them. I feel like girl world, that's a huge thing. Like you meet a girl that you think's a little hotter than you, and you're like, yeah, and then you're just like talking shit about her to your other friends. You're like, I hate this little, like, why wouldn't you want to like link up?
That's the whole premise of Mean Girls.
Yeah, basically,
essentially.
But like, I mean, men kind of do it too. I would say men are. I feel like a lot of weaker men will almost like target stronger men and like latch on and like, this is my friend.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens.
But I feel like guys that are like towards the top, almost, they don't like seeing another guy kind of in their space, especially if like top dog of their friend group and all of a sudden a new guy enters that they think's like up on their echelon.
That's a weak man too.
That makes you a weak man.
It's a weak man too.
So you probably are weaker than that.
Those are both weak men that you just described.
Yeah, you need to look inward.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What's your problem with this guy for real?
Yeah.
Do you even have a problem with him?
You don't like him because he's popping like you?
Yeah. What's that dude's name? No, you were a hater. What was that guy that beat your ass?
Oh, Demorier. Oh yeah. I mean,
sick ass.
Yeah, I was a hater back in 3rd grade.
Yeah, but I understand exactly what you said. Definitely that happened to me. Like a new kid came in, I was like,
who the fuck is this guy, man?
He's got to earn my trust. I'm not even going to talk to him.
I felt, you know what? I am a big, like, you have to earn your stripes type of person. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not always like that, but like, I just believe in the aspect of shared suffering. And I felt like that he was given a lot of treatment based off of the back of the work that I had done since I was in kindergarten.
He stole your flow?
He didn't steal my flow, but I felt like they were not super nice and great to him based off of a lot of the work that I had done. But you know what? I did not understand at 9 years old.
What?
I didn't understand that, we're here to be stepping stones for the people who come after us. So you want your kid, you want someone younger than you to be better and have more opportunity than you had when you first started out.
Come here, little bud. Let me give you a boost.
But at that point in time, I didn't understand that.
Yeah.
I didn't understand that it was because of all the work that I had done is why he was getting it so easy.
What? Describe this work you've been doing.
Shit, just being a cool ass motherfucker.
So how does you being cool help this new guy who is coming into the classroom?
Well, I mean, just the same way that, but if there was no such thing as Sidney Poitier, there'd be no such thing as Denzel Washington. And if there's no such thing as Denzel Washington, there would not be the same lane for Will Smith. And if there wasn't the same lane for Will Smith, there wouldn't be the same lane for Michael B. Jordan.
I think Denzel probably could have.
It wouldn't have been the same. It wouldn't have been the same.
Who's better looking? Who's better looking, you or Michael B. Jordan?
Me. We talked about this. I said this in a room full of 30 people. Party. In a room full of 30 people.
Oh my God! There's a bunch of white girls in there, like, oh my God, no.
They were like,
got flipped.
They were like, oh my God.
Listen, you're attractive, but come on now.
They were like, oh my God, no, but
They were like, I mean, still would, but like Michael B. Jordan is so sexy.
You have a case here. I had a case.
Listen, I don't dislike Michael B. Jordan.
I like him a lot.
For some reason, I don't know what it is. I think it's because he has a very distinct look about him. I don't buy it when he's acting. When he's acting, I don't buy it one bit.
He does not have a distinct look about him to me.
Actually, I guess he looks pretty fucking
He looks like a normal guy.
Yeah. He's just ripped.
But I think that his distinguishing quality for me, the way that I receive him, is...
Pause. Got him! We fucking got him.
The way that I receive Michael B. Jordan's acting is that he comes across just very genuine.
He probably is very genuine. That's kind of all he's doing. He's just genuine, and people like they just like his vibe, so they'll just cast him.
There it is.
And they know people like him now.
I mean, that's how you do anything. That's how you get a job. That's how you have friends.
For sure.
That's how everything.
I'm not trying to tear his career apart, but like when he was Killmonger in Black Panther, I was never less scared of a villain than I was. He was the least scary dude I've ever fought. Like zero intimidation factor. Yeah, it doesn't matter if he was not
able to play. And I mean, I don't know the guy, but it just seems like he's one of those people who just has much more good in him.
He's probably a little soft.
Bad.
He's a gentle. I wouldn't say gentle.
Gentle
soul.
But you know who has a good mix of both and who kind of shows both?
Antonio Brown.
That's crazy.
Great guy.
Somebody
should look at his brain.
Denzel Washington has been able to play both types of.
I mean, that's one of the greatest. That's one of the greatest of all time. He's really good at playing bad guys. I feel like I want to play bad guys. I want to be villains.
I feel like you have a better arc if you're playing a bad guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's just fun. I would love to be. What if I was the Joker?
Yeah. Like,
I don't want to be the Joker. I do want to be
like a hard act to follow up.
I want to be like a Bond villain with a sense of humor.
Doesn't James Bond have a
demented sense of humor?
Does he have a slight sense of humor?
Yeah, I mean it's all a little cheeky. I would say it's cheeky.
Yeah, yeah, just like that. Just like that.
Shaking, yeah, he's the king. Scared. He's the king of just literally like glancing at a lady and all of a sudden they're having sex. It's like that doesn't happen.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
Okay. You're giving Aaron Taylor Johnson a run for his money.
Who is that?
The newest Bond. Oh. They skipped over Idris Elba. I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why. Is it because he's black, you think?
You tell me. All I know is there's been 10 James Bonds and they're all white as fuck.
I'm not too upset about it.
Honestly, maybe because he's a little old.
I mean,
Aaron Taylor Johnson's like 34 and Idris Elba's like 50.
To be honest with you, man,
they're probably trying to make like 10 movies.
Like, if I'm being real with you, like, the only Joker I see is Heath Ledger.
Jack Nicholson?
The only Joker I see is Heath Ledger.
Yeah, well, he's the best.
The only Spider-Man I see is Tobey Maguire. The only James Bond I see is the old fucking guy.
Pierce Brosnan? Yeah. Sean Connery?
What?
Brosnan?
Hold on. No, not Pierce Brosnan. I think Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Sean Connery.
Yeah, him. He's the only...
Milady.
He's the only Bond I see.
It's okay to slap a woman. There's an interview where somebody was like asking him about like I don't even know how they got on the topic.
He was like younger, right?
Yeah, I mean it was like the fucking 70s. He was like, it's okay to hit a woman if she's asking for it. And they were like, ha yes, clapping.
That's crazy.
I had hit a woman and I have before and I will again.
Yeah, and now like no, it's not okay to hit a woman ever.
It's not. Are you an ally now?
I've always been an ally.
I've got a new ally.
But now they're like bringing that like
for women
that clip up and everything like that. Like that's going to do anything to his like.
Well, yeah,
he's done. He's fucking done. He's fucking done.
Yeah, he probably saw the video and like
he probably has not seen. He probably has not seen the video.
I stand by what I said.
He's probably somewhere eating applesauce right now.
Applesauce? Are you saying because he's old and his teeth don't work right no more?
Yeah, because he's old and shit, dude.
He's British. What is his accent? Is he fucking Scottish?
I think he's from the UK.
Some kind of UK. The problem with UK is there's a lot of stuff going on in the different regions.
Yeah, there is.
I don't know anything about him. Liverpool. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I don't.
What's going on? You know what I was thinking about the other day when I walked into somebody's bathroom? I don't remember who this is. So
I was going to say, like, who's fucking bathroom?
I mean, I see it all the time, and honestly, most people's bathrooms at this point. When I see that somebody has wet wipes in their bathroom, which, by all means, is the most practical method.
Yeah.
Of cleaning yourself up.
Yeah.
Every time I walk in, I see baby wipes in there. I'm like, somebody's taking some nasty dumps. Somebody's blowing this shit up. They need extra resources.
I think that's hilarious.
Every time I see it, I'm like, oh, you nasty.
That's
damn, boy.
Oh, that's hilarious.
They got a bidet. They got wet wipes. They got fucking Charmin Ultra Strong. What kind of asshole you got, baby? Hey, girl, you shit with that ass.
They have a detachable shower head.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, and this is my product. This is the patent pending shit and shower. All right, it's a shower that goes. It's a shitter that goes in your shower on the other side, so you can shit in the shower at the same time.
No.
Patent pending.
That's bad.
Patent pending.
That's bad.
Trust me.
I don't.
It's going to change the world. I've been working.
That's disgusting.
Darby will tell you. I've been working on that for decades now. I'm trying to get all the. It's kind of. There's a lot of quantum mechanics behind it that I would get into, but
you need funding.
I can't even put it in layman's terms for you guys.
That's disgusting.
The fact that we have to use the restroom the way that we do is part of the reason I believe that there is a higher power. Because why on earth would these be like the fact that we have to take like 10 pisses a day and take a shit every day is the most embarrassing fucking shit. Like that is, we fart. That can't be necessary. Surely we could have, if we had evolved strictly by science and nature, surely we could have found a less ridiculous way to get things out of our body. Or better yet, why wouldn't we just eat things and they just go straight into our body and fuel us, and that's that? Because God has a sense of humor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You think he laughs at poops?
Now go take that shit. Oh, you think you're a big dog, huh? You think you're a big dog. Well, guess what? You're in your car. You're nowhere near a bathroom, and you're about to shit your pants. Pretty humble now, aren't you, you little bastard?
You know what I was talking to my girlfriend about the other day?
Shitting?
Kind of. Cool. I was in a public bathroom. I was taking a piss.
Where?
What do you mean where?
Where?
In like
gas station?
No, it was in a restaurant.
Okay. It
was in a restaurant. And like the bathroom wasn't a bad bathroom, but it wasn't like the greatest facilities in the world. Okay. And I thought to myself, I was like, I have the not the pleasure, but I have the what's the word?
Pleasure.
I can't think of it.
I don't know what you're trying to describe.
But anyway, I can hover over this toilet and pee. I can hover over this toilet and pee. Like I just have to stand up.
Yeah.
Take it out.
Yeah.
Pee.
Easy.
You all have to sit down and or squat.
Are you looking at me and saying you all?
No, women.
Oh, you're saying you're talking to your girlfriend.
Yeah. I have to sit down and or squat. And
also,
yeah.
God hates women. Why did he make them so smart, but he made us stronger? Like, obviously, there needed to be a balance, but I feel like we got the better end of the stick.
Did he make us stronger?
Yes.
Physically?
Physically, we're bigger and we're stronger. Yeah. Is there a woman that's stronger than a man? Absolutely.
Yeah, physically, but there are other things that make up a person that makes.
But I'm talking about just brute. There is a reason that
brute force.
Men run the world, and we've set it up. I mean, literally, we've just now in the past like 50 years started to like give women rights and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that took thousands of years of women. I mean, honestly, back in the day, women were probably just like chilling. Like, okay, yeah, fuck it. I'll go pick some berries. You go hunt and fight and shit.
Yeah, I want to see like I want to go back in like history and look at the tribes that were ran by women and stuff like that, because I know there were, and like the Amazon and stuff like that.
Yes.
Amazonian women.
Were there actually super tall Amazonian women? Was that real, or is that from a book?
I really don't know, but like it sounds dope as fuck. So like
it's got to be a movie.
So like, and I'm not saying like this in particular is like cyclical.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that there's always been a point, like, yes, men are like physically more imposing and physically stronger than women.
Yeah.
But there are some reserves in things internally that women have over men.
They're stronger than us in every way, other than physical strength. But if you can control something, like if you control a 10-foot robot, then you're the one who has the fucking power. That's correct. So what you're saying is we got to stop building robots, or we're going to lose this war.
Oh well, yeah. Well, that's not what I'm saying. But I mean, I do agree, though. I do agree that we need to stop building robots.
Shut it down.
Yeah, I mean, have you not seen iRobot? Have you not seen iRobot?
I've seen iRobot. That was less of a attack on men by women. And
no, I mean, I'm not talking about men and women. I'm just talking about robots in general.
We got to stop these fucking robots. Tesla's making robots.
Yeah,
you can have sex with them.
I mean,
we're gonna get to the point where everybody's just having sex with robots.
It won't totally affect
cyborgs.
It won't totally affect us. I think we'll be dead by the time like it detonates the world, but it might fucking affect our kids or grandkids. Bro.
One last sunrise or one last sunset, I should say.
Name your new movie. Boom. Just letting you know.
New movie?
That's the name of your new movie.
One Last Sunset
or One Last Sunrise.
That's got to be already something.
That's what I'm saying. No, I don't think so.
You can copy. I don't know if you could. There's definitely movies that have the same name that are not related at all.
Yeah. Yeah. One had more backing, one didn't. So you only remember one or two of them.
I'm gonna look into that later.
Yeah.
One Last Sunset. My memoirs.
You ever heard of The Terminator, the one that came out in Austria?
I've heard of The Terminator. Are you talking about? Are you making this up, or did you watch an Austrian Terminator?
No, I'm making it up, but I'm just saying that it's possible.
You know, it's crazy. Did you settle on Austria as the country you chose because Arnold Schwarzenegger is from Austria?
As soon as it came out, and I know as soon as it came out of my mouth, dude, I was
subconsciously, though.
Subconsciously, yep.
Your brain was like, Austria's on the mind.
Austria.
That's a country I don't know anything about. I'm kind of just picturing Germany.
It seems like it would be like a German.
All I know about Germany is their diet is questionable. There's a lot of sausages, a lot of potatoes, which I do fuck with heavy. I mean, who doesn't? A lot of beer.
It's got to be crazy gas over there.
Everybody's thick as hell over there, I bet. The women are very thick and strong, probably.
Ankles.
Thick ankles.
Gastronomical.
Thick thighs.
Gastronomical.
You know what else I was thinking about the other day?
What's that?
How are you going to be a grown adult over the age of 18 and you're scared of flying on airplanes?
I mean, easy. You are not well traveled. Easy.
The first time I got on a plane, I was like, this is cool. I'm going flying. And then I went up in the air and I was like, cool. Should be fine. It's probably pretty safe.
Someone's going to have this same conversation in 58 years, but they're going to, I'm like 58 years. And they're going to be like, how are you going to be a grown ass fucking man over the age of 18 and be afraid to fly on a spaceship?
I'm not afraid of that either.
I'm not saying you. I'm just going to say it's going to be the same conversation. I'm not scared of nothing. Well, that's what's
Actually,
up.
I mean, that's definitely more scary depending on, but it's like airplanes literally are safe. So what is it that you're scared of, little baby?
I think you're scared
little sucky baby.
I think you're scared of the,
is it the
air?
It death? Is it, but
Probably
just like,
death.
don't look outside. Pretend you're on land.
Probably death. But the margin of error is way like thinner than driving in a car.
But you die more often in a, like, I mean, you are much more likely to get in a car crash and die on the way home than you are to fly across the country.
Here's the thing.
Crash.
Okay, well, here's the thing. And I understand that logic, but I'll tell you this logic, right?
Okay.
The margin of error of you being in a car accident, instead of being in a airplane accident, it's way more likely than you'll be in a car accident. Yes.
Yeah.
However, the fatality of you being in an accident on a fucking plane.
So you're saying only
you're going to like 90% of the time, you're going to fucking die.
You're dead. Yeah.
If you get into a car accident, it's like kind of up in the air. It depends on how
probably
bad.
Pretty low chance of dying.
Exactly.
Depending on what
it depends on how bad. I mean, if you can get in a fender bender in a car accident.
I bet like 1% of car crashes are fatalities.
Yeah, something like that.
And most of them are just bullshit.
You can get into like a fender bender. There's no fender benders in the sky. If something goes wrong with you
hit a goose going 750 up high,
it might destroy the engine, bro.
No, if it goes into, dude, I went down a rabbit hole the other day of somebody talking about like, oh, I worked at an airport and the worst thing that ever happened was this guy got a little too close cleaning the plane and he just got sucked into the fucking turbine and it just spewed out all of his body parts on the other side. And then all these other people were like, yep, it happened when I worked over in Fort Worth.
God.
And I was like, oh, people are just getting sucked into turbines all the time. And it's an enormous amount of
wind,
fucking force and wind going through there and literally suck a person up. Freaking serrate your ass. You wouldn't even know what happened.
Filet mignon.
Yeah, they made you filet mignon. People scooping up freaking chunks.
Yeah.
Throw it on the Bobby.
Now you got.
We're doing a lot of British
pigeons and
people eat pigeons
and pigeons and hawks eating the remains of people who got sucked into turbines.
Oh, ooh, is this a bunch of treats for me? That's what a bird.
Yeah.
A bird sees you get eviscerated by a turbine, and it says, "Ooh, treats."
Yeah. That's what I would say. That's what I would think.
Yummy.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah. Dibs on the brains.
The fuck.
All right.
The fuck.
Listen, we're coming up on time here, but I got a couple more questions to ask you.
Let it rip.
What's
boom, 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 boom.
As we approach the holiday season, which people may not know this about me, but I'm a huge Christmas guy. I
don't even know that about you.
I love Christmas. Like, I'm not gonna talk about it all the time, or I'm not gonna spend the entire December at Christmas themed bars and shit like that. But
yeah, because you're respectful.
It's a joyous time. Everybody kind of stops working at the end of the year, relaxes a little bit. Everybody's in a better mood. I like Christmas music and shit. Obviously, I grew up. My parents love Christmas, so they gave us like hella gifts and shit. It was always a very fun time. We had hella traditions and stuff. Like, believed in Santa till I was like 7 or 8. That's if you can make it to 7 or 8, that's good. Okay. But you don't want to make it past like 9, because there's always that one kid. There was one kid.
Oh yeah.
In like my 7th grade class. Mm-hmm. I mean, we had all known for years. Like, we were past the point where we even assumed anybody didn't know. Mm-hmm. We're like, yeah, that's fucking obvious. Obviously, Santa's not real. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And somebody like said something like that in class. Like, it was like coming up.
He was like, what? Santa's not real?
No, he literally. I mean, this kid's like 12, 13. And he was like, what?
Oh, no.
And everybody was just kind of everybody was just like, what? Santa's not real.
We were talking about decisions, right? We were talking about decisions earlier, right? He made that decision. He didn't have to do that. He put a little too much on it. Even if that was his real feeling, he put a little too much on it.
You're gonna want to hide that, son.
And that decision that he made set him back at least 4 years.
That changed the course of his life. Because it changed the way every single person in his middle school perceived him. That's what I'm saying.
He would have had to move fucking middle schools,
He was the talk of the town. We were all like...
Oh, Santa's not real.
Yeah, I'm not.
The fuck? Get this clown out of here.
Hope he's doing well.
No class projects.
He went into the Navy.
You would probably have to. You would probably... I would assume
he was one of my good buddies. He was one of my good buddies.
I would assume that you would have to... Nobody wants to spend the night over your house anymore. No one wants to go to your birthday party.
He had a cool house. He played knee hockey.
I'm sure he did, but it doesn't. You know what? I would rather go to the projects than go over to the guy who thinks that Santa Claus is still real.
If anything, that kid needs to go to the projects.
He does.
And hang out, spend a little time.
Well, that's why he went to the Navy.
Yeah.
So
I don't know why. I feel like the Navy's the softest of all the branches of military.
I'm not going to touch that subject.
My dad was in the Navy. I got a USA
Your dad was in the Navy?
Yeah.
So was mine.
Really?
Hey, another thing the fish one put out.
Hey, there it is. Number 3.
Number 3 fish
I wonder if they met. I know my dad got his jaw broken boxing. Did your dad ever box?
Did he box? Was he a boxer?
Like in the Navy?
No, he played basketball in the Navy.
Okay, my dad was definitely not playing basketball. He's ass.
But like, it's like your own like fucking community. Like, it's like being like
the Navy,
like a fucking aircraft carrier is a fucking city.
It's a city, bro.
It's a
huge
city, bro.
There's thousands of people on it.
Yeah, it's like
hundreds though. I don't know.
It's thousands.
Big ones, thousands, probably.
It's like big ones, thousands. Cruise ship. It's crazy. It's insane.
Speaking of which, I'm never going on a cruise.
You are never going to go on a cruise, or you have never been on a cruise? No,
I missed the window of thinking that a cruise was a good idea.
Yeah.
Like, let me just get on this boat, and it's the most crowded fucking boat you've ever been on in your life, and everywhere you go, super crowded. Pass.
And I'm in the middle of nowhere.
I know, and I get a tiny cabin, and we're in the middle of nowhere in the ocean. Have you ever seen Titanic?
I'm not over it yet.
You're still upset?
No,
with how it went down? Like the actual tragedy, not the movie?
I'm saying I'm not over the thought of going on a cruise.
I just don't want it. It doesn't really matter what kind of cruise. I don't want to be on a boat. I want to be on a big boat with a few people.
Mm.
See what I'm saying?
Am I one of those people?
Am I one of those people? For sure. But I'm saying, like, it doesn't even really matter who it is. But like,
yeah, but it's like, oh yeah, for sure. Or like,
I don't want to be in a crowded area with limited options.
I feel you. I have a friend who's going to Yacht Week next year.
Okay, that's different. That's fun.
Where the fuck is it at?
Croatia?
Yes, that's where it's at.
Oh,
swear to God.
That's like one of the... I haven't been. I've met some people... When I was traveling abroad, I met some pretty cool people, and a lot of them do go to Yacht Week for Croatia. It's Quan,
actually.
Is it Quan?
Yeah.
He's going to have the time of his life.
Yeah, no.
He's literally going to have the best week of his life.
Yeah.
Damn, that's sick as fuck.
Yeah,
Who's he going with? Usually kind of like need to know somebody. I mean, you could just go, but...
His mentor.
His fucking mentor. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's gonna fucking ball out. That's going to be so sick. I'm pretty sure it's just like the most beautiful boats in the most beautiful place, and everybody is there just like doing fucking acid.
Shout out to Quan. Shout out to Red.
Shout out Quan. Shout out Quan and his mentor. If anybody out there would like to mentor me and just show me cool stuff and tell me all about business and how to make it in this world, I'm all ears.
Me too. I second that.
I would like to be adopted by a wealthy older gay man.
I concur.
Good. Nothing you have a problem with about what I just said?
No, not at all. My phone's about to keep blowing up. Let me put this one silent.
Let's call him. Put him on the pod.
Nah. We're trying to figure out who's going to be playing basketball tomorrow morning in Franklin. I'm not going.
Monday morning?
6 a.m., baby.
I'm out.
6 a.m.
I'm out as hell. All right. I think we've
amassed the time allotted for this podcast. I think we've done it. Oh, by George, I think we've got it. Are we going to close out right now?
I think it's about time. We're an hour and a half. Damn, boy.
Damn, that's crazy. We did 30 more minutes after I asked what time it was.
Guys.
That's what's up. My neck looks really nice on that
episode.
On that camera.
Yeah, smooth, bro. Looking great.
Thanks.
I got my rosy cheeks. You know how we are.
Feel that.
But anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week on Whole Wide World.